Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 19. Let me just change so you can see something. There you go. There we go. Hello, welcome to Farming Simulator 19. I'm Andy, and this is the Let's Play on the Björktorps Gård. So, I haven't played this for a while, but I figured I would finally finish off my harvest, so it's quite late here. Where is the road? Here is the road. Go and empty this in our silo, and then I'm gonna go back and we have this field left and that field number 12 and 13 left, so our silo is pretty much full, so we're just gonna go fill it up the last bit, I think. So we'll end up with both these trailers full too, and maybe a combine actually too. We might have to sell off on a load or something, so we can fit everything in the trailers. I'll see about that. I played this about 2 hours yesterday, and I realized I really missed playing this map, so I figured I will do a let's play on it. What else is new? We bought new cars, so by the time, actually, when the day this comes out, I believe we are off to fetch them. So in a few hours, when you're watching this, and if you watch this once it comes out, but we probably won't, but this comes out in European time in the morning, and in the afternoon European time we'll fetch our new cars. So we changed to, I have a Kia Ceed, which is called 40 I think in the States or something, but it's Ceed in Europe, and my fiance have a Kia Picanto, so and we switched, so I still have Ceed, but maximum equipped Ceed, and which has everything I missed in the one. The only thing I actually missed in the one I have now is adaptive speed cruise control, so I got that. So I got one of those, a nice red one, and my fiance changed from Picanto to a Rio, so which is a step up, a slightly larger sized car. Let's go check here in our storage area. So we can fit 600,000 liters, and we're gonna get to that pretty soon, I believe. Yeah, it's full. So the rest we have to fit in onto our trailers, which will be interesting because I don't think they will all fit there, so we'll see how much we can fit onto the trailers before we need to go sell something. We might have to sell a little bit to be able to empty the combines. Sorry about the sneezing. Let's see. Both needs to be unloaded. Actually, I'm gonna go and see if I can get this to work faster by closing down my web browser. So the web browser seems to take a lot of take a lot of CPU power, so when I close that down I seem to get a little bit better. I don't know what happened. I had some issues with FS 2004 for some reason, and I don't know why, but it's acting up. Oh, so now I closed the web browser, and suddenly I have a lot more nicer, steady frame rates. Lagging is gone. It's weird, right? I don't know. I haven't done anything to my computer, so I can't really explain why. It just started lagging. So we see, I'm checking all the background processes, and there's nothing really except the web browser that seems to be hogging a CPU memory, a CPU, the CPU or the RAM memory. So I don't know why. But if I close down the web browser, I switched from Chrome to Brave, the Brave web browser, because that's supposedly be easier on, or need less CPU effort, which it did. But still, on some maps like this one, it's this is such a big map and I have so much equipment on it, it actually still has some issues. Unfortunately, but that's the way it is. Ooh, where's where my combine is currently. Let's see where I can find it. It should be around the edge somewhere. That's the other truck. Combine is there. So I did turn on crop destruction, finally. Kept talking about it for several episodes, but I didn't turn it on. But now I've turned it on, so now I have it on. It's over here. So close, I shouldn't have driven that far. See if I can get this. I should be able to get it on here. There we go. So let's go to this one. So I can either drive onto the crops, but then I will destroy it slightly. Well, back our combine off here and we'll do it this way. So we didn't have to give too much. This new law came in effect last summer, where it's basically it costs quite a lot of, you pay a lot of tax on new cars. The idea is that you shouldn't change cars too often, because that's puts effort on the environment. Some would argue that it doesn't, because new cars use less fuel, but that's sort of semi-real. So basically you pay a lot of more tax, you pay higher, about double the taxes for the first 3 years, and then it gets lower. So that has created basically an issue where people want to buy older cars because they don't have that tax. So my fiance bought a car that's a year old, and which doesn't have the tax on it. So that's a good thing for her. My car is brand new, so it does have the tax on it. So, but I got a good deal on the trade-in. The car I did trade in, the one I'm driving now, depending on what time you watch this episode. So hopefully so I get to pay more taxes on the one I have, but in return I got a much higher trading price, because I tried to trade it a year ago, and then I got about 20,000 kroners less than I did this time around. So I got 20,000 more this time, which made it possible to actually change it. So I made it possible to get the other car, because I got so much in between, so I could finance the other car. Not entirely, but some of it. Enough. so I didn't have to pay too much in cash. I did have to pay about the same amount of cash that I did get for it, so I got like 20 grand, and I get paid a little more than 20 grand cash. Yeah, look at this. Sorry, wrong way. I like this tractor, it's a cool tractor. So I'm thinking I'm gonna fill up these trailers quite easily. Don't know much there will be left though. And then we'll have two square balers, and we'll put those back square balers, and we'll run them up and down the fields using the same HorsePlay course to make square bales, and then we'll go sell most of that, so earn some money. I'm curious how much money we'll make selling our wheat. What the price is for wheat? It's low, so we'll wait until the price is higher, so until it goes up, and then we'll go sell. We have 690. We'll have plus 40 plus 40 67 30 770. So about 770,000 liters of wheat. It's a lot of wheat. We did spend. I was off to Gotland, which if you watch other Let's Plays and other episodes I've been putting out, you know that. But we went to this place where basically a farm called Gangevide Farm, where he used to be a potato farmer, and they switched to basically running a campsite on their grounds, and so with cottages and a few, not a lot, but a few places to put trailers and caravans and mobile homes. So that was kind of cool. So I talked a little bit to him, and he said he used to he had quite a big farm with 5 employees, and they did potatoes mostly, almost only potatoes, and they harvested about 5 million liters of potatoes per year. It's a big one. Yeah, but he said it was a bit hard it was too far away, so transporting 5,000 liters of potatoes off an island is costly, so it was sort of getting hard to making a profit and getting it to work. So they switched. They sold off most of the land. They still had a little bit of land. They still did some grass harvest, and had grass fields in Swedish called vall, and they had some like maize, canola, and that sort of property. Oh no, I thought it would be managed to get all the way here. So that was interesting to hear him, listening to him. And they had a lot of stuff going. They had their own energy production, where they produced the electricity with sun panels, and they had quite a lot of them. So they were almost self-sufficient in electricity. The only issue he had was some issues trying to get it, trying to store it, which you can't. But they were looking into storing it via turning it into hydrogen gas, which I thought is pretty cool. And then you would use electricity to produce hydrogen gas. All you need is water, of course. You run electricity through water, and you get hydrogen gas. And then you store the hydrogen gas, and then when you use it, you burn hydrogen gas, produce electricity, and all you get is water, as a result. So a really cool thing. Cool. I would like to have some sort of. It'd be cool to see if you can get cars driven on hydrogen. There are a few developers doing that. I don't know why it's taking so long. It's explosive, but gas is pretty nasty too, so it can't be just that. Okay, so now we'll fill this one up, and we still have a bit left here, so probably need to go and sell this. Figure out some other way to do this. Maybe I should go and buy a few more trailers. That's one way you could do it too. Get a few more trailers. Grab some money, so it's a possibility. Oh, that needs to be. I'll go and do that. Get this unloaded, and then we'll go get that one off. I think we might have enough to we'll fill this up, but if we get this this is a farm and we'll get a few other trailers, then we could probably I think that would be sufficient to empty the combines that's left. I hope. I'm not entirely sure on that, but I hope so. It would be interesting to see how much money we get for everything, which I might not be able to do that on this episode. I have a couple of containers which I could put this in. See if I can figure out what to do. 43,000 liters. I think that should be sufficient for storage. Well, I don't. And now I'm sort of not sure what to do. I'll just go sell some of this. Actually, I'll go sell this. Then we don't have to get another set of trailers. We'll lose a little bit of money because it's not a good sales price, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. I don't know if you've seen that kid that's dressed up as a minion. He's dressed up a minion and he falls over flat on his face. He has this gigantic minion suit that's made of some rubber foam or something, so he doesn't hurt himself. It's like he just falls over, and he goes like, "I'm okay." The first time I saw that, I laughed so hard I cried. And I don't usually laugh at that kind of humor, but that was so funny. And the fact that he's like, oh, he fell over, and then he's lying on his face basically, and all you hear from this little minion dude is, "I'm okay." Google minion child I'm okay or something, you can find it. Okay, so let's go and sell this off and we can continue working. So I don't have the capacity to get all of the stuff I get, so that I need another silo, I guess. We'll learn a little bit, 20 grand or something, I'm thinking. $21 grand, good. The other price is a little bit on the low side. I'd like to get it up a bit. that's the way it is. Sometimes it costs. So take a little while harvesting all the straw. We don't need straw per se on the farm, but but we need to sell it, get rid of it. We could have spread it though, but since there's no straw mod, the FS17 had straw mod, right, where you spread the straw and it would fertilize it to one level, but that doesn't work in Farming Simulator 19, unfortunately. So otherwise that would be cool. See, so where is it? Oh, it's over there, sorry. So it's almost done. No. I think a tiny little bit there. Now we need to go empty that one. They're pretty big harvesters. Take a lot of wheat. Which is good, I'm thinking. I think that's good. Should be empty soon. 14,000 liters. Yay. That was unloaded now. Other two. That's the other one. Needs to be unloaded too. Oh, it was that one that needed to be unloaded. Where's the other one? Down here. Ah, that's full too. So I'm getting a little bit tired, so I'm just driving through the wheat here. Just get it unloaded, so we could back out here, we won't lose too much. Actually, we need to go forward a bit because we'll fill up this soon. I think that all this case the tram lines are pretty decent, but sometimes I think they're a little too wide actually. But looking at what you this is like totally undoable. Well, it's sort of in. Let's see, so we'll see, we'll probably fill this up again. Don't know much, we'll go empty the other one. We'll get this over with soon. That's on the last little stretch here, I believe. Yeah. Doing this last little bit there. And then we have the last little bit there, and then we're done. Don't know how much. We'll probably fill this up again. Not load, great. At a cheap price. Well, if you don't have a storage space, you don't have a storage space, I guess. Pretty simple. is in there. It's not too much in there actually. See how much it is. It's not too much. Oh, I'm so tired. I woke up a little bit this last night. I'm recording this in the morning, and I woke up like 3 o'clock and I had a hard time going back to sleep. And I had this weird dream where I was in this music store, and they had a small trumpet, and I haven't played the trumpet. I played trombone, so, but I decided to I'll try it. So I tried playing it. It's like I played very cool. I played like a Mexican song, really cool. And the store owner was like, "Oh, you're really good at this." I was like, "Oh yeah, cool. I'm really good at this." And then when I looked at the trumpet the next time, it's like a yerk. It's basically this clay thing where you play in a little tiny hole. So I looked at it and was like, "This is not trumpet." It was a trumpet, but it wasn't a trumpet at the same time. So I tried playing it, and it like didn't work out. It played really weirdly. So strange, very strange dream. Very strange dream. So I think this will be parked there. The next one. Let's reach the trigger. I'll probably need to go and refill it, sell this again. Oh man, I don't like that. Oh well, that's the way it is. But we could actually bring that out of one. When it's done here, we could bring it home. Actually, let's go. I'm gonna do something with this one. Where is it? This one. I'm gonna go save this. This is field 12, right? So I'm gonna I'm gonna save it so it can actually be used for the straw harvest. That was hard. Close that up. I don't need to refuel this. Might just well do that once since we're here. We did get a fuel bowser too, but we might as well do it here since we're here. Let's go down to our refueling station, which is over here, and we'll refuel it. And then I'll probably end this episode. We'll see. And then the next episode we'll go and sell all of this stuff. Hopefully we'll fast forward it a bit time, so we'll do some other stuff. So when the time we get back, we'll be able to sell it at a higher price than all the wheat. So I'm curious how much money we'll get. I don't know what the white wheat price usually maxed out at. Let's see if I get this in here. Here. Here we go. See how much. Here's how much money it will spend on refueling this, because it's a big one. Right. It's a big engine. It holds a lot of diesel fuel, I believe. just gonna fill this up and we'll see. It's gonna cost a bit, right? And take a lot of time. See how much it takes. Needs to be serviced too, by the way. So, which 1253, which would be 12,000 Swedish kroners, which is a lot of money. Go empty this. This is not gonna work. It only can hold 6,000 liters in here. I don't think that. I think that's more than 6,000 liters of wheat. So we need to go empty at least one trailer, maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna do that off screen. Thank you for watching. I'm Andy. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, leave a comment, or share. If you like this channel, please subscribe. By the way, we passed 500 subscribers. Finally. Cool. Yay. Way to go, all people. All people. I don't know what that means. Everyone. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, everyone. See you soon. Bye bye.